Hey all, Jackson Nation here. Welcome back. Today we have a pretty cool opening for you guys. We have the new starter decks from Akora Eternal Echoes. Now, it's been a long time coming ever since the set's initial announcement back in August of 2023, but we finally have them in person. Get this, Moku Hiko, Moku Hane, with all new abilities and a new game plan in mind. Very, very neat. Some very good nature attribute staple cards. Same thing with our Zeru deck right here. 51 cards, a 50 card ready to play theme deck, and one Akora play information card. Very, very neat staples. Kaiketsu Blade, Divine Blades, Crystal Citadels, all the cards you expect in a Divine Attribute deck right here. And possibly you have the chance to get a Secret Protein full art in these decks. I'm pretty sure they're one per case or display of the decks, I mean. But we will have to see. So let's get straight into it, going over all the cards in these new starter decks. All right. We have our Moku, and let's find that little tab that I can never find. Is it, right? It's usually over here, isn't it? I'm gonna spend a few minutes trying to find this like I always do. And maybe future Jackson can edit it out, unless he doesn't feel like it, which he probably doesn't. All right. Oh, getting somewhere. We'll just put funny music over this. There's only so much commentary that can go over me struggling to open something. There we go. Finally getting some tears. Yep, my commentary only goes so far, but let's see. Moku with our funny holo, the cracked holographic pattern, and our Moku Hane.
Each have one.
When your Akora attacks, if an alchemy card is activated in response to your Akora's attack, you may send one nature relic shard from your dark zone to your relic zone, or add one nature relic shard from your dark zone to your hand. Very solid ability, because chances are your Akora, if you're many decks, will be negating attacks to some extent like that. So very, very neat to see. Getting a benefit from having opponent have responses. Very, very neat Akora line. Next up, we have Ancient Tree at 2 copies. Wild Calling will be at, let's see, Wild Calling at 1. Woodland Daggers at 2. A Quicksand at 2. Poison Mushroom. Toxic Elixir at 2 copies. 2 copies of Last Leaf. Undergrowth at, let's see, 2. Triple Shot at 2. Is that hollow in the back? No shot. Hold on. Looking Under Rocks. Epo Tree at 2. Another Battle Zone on top of your Ancient Tree. Dragon Armor at 2. Ace in the Sleeve. A very, very good multi-attribute draw card. Can play in many decks. Oh my gosh. We have Time Reversal at 1. Sorry. 2. Anti-Alchemy at 2. Our Nature Relic Shards. And our Deck Chase Secret Protein Full Art. That's, okay. Pretty nice. Do we have sleeves? We do have a sleeve. Very, very nice. Holy cow. Look at that. Very, very nice. Takahashi Kaito knocking it out of the park. I know that was distracting. You probably didn't even care, but this is what you're chasing. Man, that's exciting. Holy cow. Overall, a very nice deck core to have. A little distracting, but yeah, a very great core for any beginner alchemists, giving you a very decent amount of most of the cards you'll need to have a coherent strategy and have something very, very playable right out of the box. The Akora team has done a wonderful job with selecting their deck lists. Next, let's check up on our Divine list. What kind of ratios are we looking at with this? I know we can see it on the back of the box, but we just gotta file through it, because of course we do. We gotta, for science, we have to take a look. We can do the same thing, and spend way too long trying to find the little tab, which is like right there, but there we go. I don't have fingernails, ladies and gentlemen. All right, now I'm gonna try to do a better job of not revealing that back card. We have Zeru, Arch Zeru, and Seraph Zeru. When your opponent attacks, your Akora may gain 100 soul points for each divine counter on this card till the end of a turn. Arch Zeru, during your turn, you may send the top card of your alchemy deck to Dark Zone to add a divine counter to this card, and your Akora gains 50 soul points for each divine counter on this card till the end of a turn. And Zeru, once during your turn, you may send the top 2 cards of your alchemy deck to Dark Zone to add a divine counter to this card. After we get through our Akora line, moving on through, we get to our first card, Crystal Citadel, our battle zone for the divine attribute. Mr. Discord user Hazel Mazaz knows quite a bit about his Crystal Citadels, quite enjoys maybe perhaps playing it on the battlefield as the same time as his Divine Blades, to lock the opponent out of armament cards. He likes to do that a lot. And at 3 copies, cannot complain. Next up, we have Divine Altar, your, I believe, Eternity negate there, and your Divine Blade being your negate for armaments at 2. Have your Divine Offering, your attack negate. Divine likes to negate all sorts of things. 2 copies of that. Very, very neat. This card here, Enlightenment at 2 copies. Enlightenment is supposed to be a kind of nerfed version of what is it? Changing Religion. New ability, new artwork, different name, and playable in all of your decks. But paying homage to that original card we lost to the game's very first ban list. Next up, Lighten the Load at 2 copies. Your defense in the form of Seraph Shield. We also have 2 copies of Kaiketsu Blade, an amazing armament for increasing your attack power. Sanctum Key, Saving Grace at 2. A Fixing Fate at 2 as well. Seraph's Intervention also making an appearance at 2. Time Reversal at 2. Anti-Alchemy with 2 copies. Your Divine Relic Shards, and a QR code to join Akora Play. Very, very solid. We take that. But yeah, that was a pretty successful opening, I would say. We had amazing luck pulling the deck chase. Very, very nice. Yeah, if you guys have any passing interest in Akora TCG, want to know more, by all means, the website link and official Discord will be in the description. If you guys like this kind of content, also don't forget to like and subscribe. I post stuff like this all the time. I would really appreciate the support. I think that is all for now. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day.